Hello, Palomar students. Now we are going to Math 54. We're going to our next section, Chapter 3, Section 13, 3.13, and that is the quadratic formula. And the quadratic formula is as follows. By the way, you're all probably wondering, who's that beautiful girl there? That's my daughter. Of course, that's me right next to her. Anyway, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. That's a quadratic equation. A, b, and c are just plain old numbers. The quadratic formula tells me that x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a, where I just plug in the numbers a, b, and c into this formula, and pow, I just get my answer automatically. Let's do an example of the quadratic formula. If we have a quadratic equation, 2x squared plus 5x plus 2 equals 0, well, first we have to do is identify what's the a, what's the b, what's the c, and that's it. A is the number in front of the x squared, b is the number in front of the x, and c is the regular constant. Now I'm going to plug these numbers into the equation, into the formula. So negative b becomes negative 5, b squared becomes 5 squared, minus 4ac is minus 4 times 2 times 2. 2a is 2 times 2 because a equals 2, and so forth. And I just crunch this out, go through a whole bunch of steps, and I finally get negative 5 plus or minus 3 over 4. But that's not one answer. That's actually two answers. That's negative 5 plus 3 over 4 and negative 5 minus 3 over 4, which reduces to negative 2 over 4 or negative 8 over 2, which just simplifies to negative 1/2, comma, negative 2, which means if I would take x equals negative 2 and plug it into this equation, it would work. If I would take x equals negative 1/2 and plug it into the equation, it would work. But don't take my word for it. Let's just do it. And here's the answer checked out. If I plug negative 2 in for x, I get 2 times negative 2 squared plus 5 times negative 2 plus 2 equals 0. I worked it all out. You could look at this on your own. And here I put in x equals negative 2, negative 1/2, I mean, and I worked it out right there. Pow, 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 pow. You can freeze this, pause it, and you can look at it on your own. The point is that just by using this formula, we got the answer without having to plug in, without having to factor, without having to use any intelligence whatsoever. We just plugged and got our answer. Yay!